and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. This is Express News, the show where we get you the latest developments from the country and the world in under 30 minutes. Here goes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that Made in India products will now have a reduced US tariff of 18%. He made the announcement in a social media post after talking to US President Donald Trump. The Prime Minister said that it was wonderful to speak with his dear friend, President Trump, adding that when two large economies and the world's largest democracies work together, it benefits people and unlocks immense opportunities for mutually beneficial cooperation. President Trump announced that the amazing US-India relationship will grow stronger, with both nations agreeing to reducing reciprocal tariffs from 25 to 18%. The US President also said that Prime Minister Modi is one of his greatest friends and a powerful and respected leader of India. Trump further said that he and Prime Minister Modi are two people who get things done, something that cannot be said for most. Prime Minister Modi was greeted with applause and accolades at the India Parliamentary Party meeting following a landmark tariff reduction between India and the US. Union Ministers Amit Shah, Dr. S. Jaishankar, Rajnath Singh, Ashwini Vaishnav, Piyush Goyal and Kiran Rijiju congratulated Prime Minister Modi and President Trump for the reduction in tariffs. Home Minister Amit Shah called it a big day for India-US relations. He said the significantly reduced tariff will pave the way for stronger trade ties and mutual growth. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said this will create more jobs, spur growth and promote innovation in both the economies. He said it will strengthen Make in India endeavours and encourage trusted technology ties. Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has termed it a win-win development. In a social media post, the minister said, together India and the US have huge potential to work for peace and development. Prime Minister Modi has announced the return of Pariksha Pe Charcha with student interactions in multiple cities, urging all to watch the 6th of February edition. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is on a visit to the United States till the 4th of February, where he will participate in the Critical Minerals Ministerial convened by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. During the visit, the External Affairs Minister will also hold meetings with various senior members of the US administration. Indian Defence Delegation led by Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan is in Armenia on a 4-day visit to advance bilateral defence ties and long-term security cooperation. Integrated Defence Staff Headquarters posted that CDS General Anil Chauhan led Indian delegation to Armenia, called on Defence Minister Suren Papikyan to strengthen defence cooperation on mutual security issues. The Chief of Defence Staff also interacted with Lieutenant General Edward Asiran, Chief of General Staff of the Armenian Armed Forces, to explore avenues to further enhance defence cooperation between the two nations. Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog's flagship AIM Samvad 2026 united over 150 incubation centres for dialogue in India's innovation ecosystem, with Dr. Jitendra Singh highlighting strategic future roadmap. The government has notified the Baggage Rules 2026 and issued the new Customs Baggage Declaration and Processing Regulations 2026 and a master circular for people travelling to and from India, which will make airport procedures easier and faster. The Ministry of Finance said the new baggage rules aim to reduce paperwork, increase transparency and speed up clearance at airports. Passengers can now declare baggage electronically in advance with enhanced free allowance, transfer of residence benefits, special jewelry allowances and one duty-free laptop for adults above 18 years of age. President Draupadi Murmu begins a 6-day visit to Odisha on Tuesday, arriving in Bhubaneswar for official academic and cultural programs across 5 districts. In business news, Indian indices closed in the red on Tuesday as the Sensex on Tuesday as the Sensex jumped 2,072.67 points to settle at 83,739.13. while the Nifty surged 639.15 points to 25,727.55. The Indian rupee has jumped 124 paise to close at 90.25 provisional against the US dollar on India-US trade deal. Global oil prices stumbled over 5% with the WTI falling below $62 and Brent near 65 per barrel. Global gold prices surged over 5% on Tuesday, rebounding sharply to above 4,900 USD per ounce after heavy selling driven by bargain hunting and a softer US dollar. Global silver prices jumped over 6% on Tuesday, climbing above $56 per ounce, fueled by bargain buying after recent dips and renewed industrial demand optimism. The US dollar index dipped slightly on Tuesday, trading around 97.45, down about 0.17% amid profit-taking after recent rebound on strong factory data. Cryptocurrency markets rebounded Tuesday with Bitcoin climbing above $78,500 after heavy weekend sell-off and $2.5 billion in liquidations, though analysts warn broader downtrend persists amid Feb uncertainty. Asian stocks traded mixed on Tuesday with Japan's Nikkei rising over 1% on tech gains, while Hong Kong and China shares fell amid lingering property sector concerns and cautious global sentiment. European stocks advanced Tuesday with the Stoxx 600 up around 0.8%, led by gains in tech and banking sectors as easing geopolitical fears boosted risk appetite across the region. In international news, Russia launched its largest drone and missile attack of the year on Ukraine overnight, leaving hundreds of thousands without heating in freezing conditions a day before new peace talks. Russia's overnight attack damaged part of the Motherland Monument in Kyiv, an iconic Soviet-era World War II memorial, Ukraine's culture minister announced on Tuesday. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has arrived in Kyiv on a surprise visit hours after Russia's massive overnight drone and missile attack. Zelensky announced amid ongoing talks. Lebanon's Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has said on Tuesday that he will not permit his country to be drawn into a new conflict following Hezbollah's warning that any attack on Iran would target the group itself. The priority of talks between Iran and the United States this week in Istanbul is to avoid any conflict and de-escalate tensions between the two sides, according to a regional official on Tuesday. The countries invited to the talks at the foreign ministers level include Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Oman and the United Arab Emirates. Iran and the United States will resume nuclear talks on Friday in Turkey after US President Trump warned Iran of consequences if a deal is not reached. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi will be meeting in Istanbul on Friday in an effort to revive diplomacy over a long-running dispute about Iran's nuclear program. Trump has maintained he is hopeful that Washington will work something out with Iran, but also warned on Monday that bad things would happen if a deal is not reached. Iran's foreign minister said on Monday his country is ready for diplomacy with the United States. Trump has announced a $12 billion critical mineral reserve to protect American manufacturers from supply shortages. The reserve will be funded by $10 billion in government financing and $2 billion from the private sector to cushion industries against mineral supply disruptions. Venezuela's interim president Delcy Rodriguez met U.S. envoy Laura Dogu at the Miraflores presidential palace in Caracas as the two countries work to re-establish diplomatic relations severed in 2019 and discuss a joint working agenda. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in a congressional investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. The decision comes days before a possible House vote to hold them in criminal contempt. The U.S. government's release of over 3 million documents linked to Jeffrey Epstein has triggered renewed scrutiny over alleged connections involving 3 prominent figures in British public life. Elon Musk's SpaceX has merged with XAI in a $1.25 trillion deal to develop space-based AI data centers using solar-powered satellites launched by Starship rockets. Sick and injured Palestinians began crossing into Egypt as Israel allowed a limited reopening of Gaza's Rafah border crossing. Closed for nearly 2 years, the move marks a key step under the initial phase of a US-brokered ceasefire. US President Trump has said Mexico will cease sending oil to Cuba, stepping up pressure on the Caribbean nation's already strained energy supplies. Cuba's Deputy Foreign Minister said the country is open to dialogue with the United States despite ongoing tensions and pressure over oil supplies. Costa Rica's President-elect Laura Fernandez promised a unity government and to continue outgoing President Rodrigo Chavez's policies. With 88.43% votes counted, she's crossed the 40% mark, winning outright and avoiding a runoff. We're taking a break in Express News for the moment, but keep watching DD India for all the latest.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News of DD India. Let's carry on. Portugal is bracing for more storms after Storm Kirsten battered the country, killing 6 and causing widespread damage. The government has approved a $2.5 billion relief package. Firefighters and locals battled flames near Route 71 in Argentine region of Patagonia. The wildfires have scorched around 60,000 hectares of land. The fire in Argentina's Patagonia region was sparked by high temperatures and strong winds. The road was temporarily closed and the fire was brought under control after nearly 24 hours of work. Bad weather caused a major collapse of around 50 meters of the seafront promenade in France's Biscarrosse-Plage region. Ukraine is facing extreme cold. Night temperatures are expected to drop below minus 27 degrees Celsius in parts of the country. Soldiers and locals worked on Tuesday to clear record snowfall in parts of northern and western Japan, where winter storms have killed at least 30 people. At home in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam region, the mechanical department has worked to clear roads after fresh snowfall, restoring normal traffic flow and ensuring safe movement. Fresh rainfall lashed Srinagar as temperatures continue to remain above normal. The city recorded a temperature of 2.8 degrees Celsius. Himachal Pradesh is buried under snow as cold conditions persist, with rain and fresh snowfall expected in some districts. Weather shifts in Manali have brought light snowfall to the upper reaches and light rain to lower areas, affecting local conditions. National capital Delhi woke up to dense fog on Tuesday morning, with major parts of the region obscured by fog, leading to low visibility. Dense fog in Uttar Pradesh's Ghaziabad significantly reduced visibility, affecting daily life throughout the city in the morning. A sudden weather change in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh brought strong winds followed by rainfall, disrupting normal life and lowering temperatures in the city. Unseasonal rain and strong winds disrupted daily life and damaged crops in Madhya Pradesh's Agar Malwa region. Fog even blanketed parts of Hyderabad in the south this morning, with dense coverage around Himayatnagar region, reducing visibility and creating misty conditions around the city. Performers light up Shanghai's waterfront by flinging molten iron to create fiery showers, while nearby Lantern festivals draw large crowds as China gears up for the Lunar New Year. Around 45 artworks, light installations, tours and events are spread across the city this year. Visitors in multiple neighborhoods paused to admire the displays despite chilly weather. The installations will remain on view till the 22nd of this month. Over 2,500 dogs from 200 plus breeds are competing at the 150th Westminster Dog Show. Groomers and handlers prepare the dogs for the prestigious Best Show scheduled for Tuesday, the 3rd of Feb. Thousands of dancers filled Lima's streets during the festival of Our Lady of Candelaria, a UNESCO-recognized tradition from Puno. Adopted by the capital in 2022, the event features vibrant folkloric costumes and dances portraying rural life and biblical themes. Arunachal Pradesh mountaineer Kabakayano has successfully summited Mount Aconcagua in Argentina, the highest peak in South America, as part of a 7-summit expedition inspiring youth across the state. The Mahavir Swami Wildlife Sanctuary in Deoghar, Uttar Pradesh celebrated Wetland Day with a nature bird festival. The event featured nature walks, birding, trekking and cultural programs, drawing visitors into the sanctuary's rich natural surroundings. New Delhi's Amrit Udyan has opened its lush gates to the public from today till the 31st of March. Open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., the gardens welcome visitors 6 days a week with free entry through online booking only. Buddhist monks in Bodh Gaya celebrated the Dalai Lama's first Grammy, calling it a proud moment for Buddhism. The award, accepted by Rufus Wainwright, features global artists and the Dalai Lama thanking everyone and saying it's not a personal honor. In snow-covered Lahore Spiti and Kullu Valley, residents celebrate the Halda festival, a winter ritual of community bonding. Villagers carry torches, sing and dance through the night, invoking local deities for protection, prosperity and harmony. A vibrant 40-acre sunflower field in Kerala's Bison Valley draws tourists with stunning blooms against misty Idukki hills. The local farmer's creation features a children's park, bamboo canopies and year-round flowers in 2 phases. Entertainment news now, and Hollywood filmmaker Nancy Meyers is set to return after 11 years with an untitled comedy scheduled for release in Christmas 2027. The film features an ensemble cast including Penelope Cruz, Owen Wilson and Kieran Culkin. The trailer of upcoming film Michael, the biopic based on the life of late pop icon Michael Jackson, has been released. The trailer offers a glimpse into the pop star's journey from early fame to global superstardom. The trailer of The Devil Wears Prada 2 has also been released, featuring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway returning to the sequel of the iconic 2006 Hollywood film. The much-anticipated sequel is slated for release on the 1st of May. A24 Studio has released new posters for the upcoming romantic comedy movie The Drama, offering a striking first look at actor Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. The film is scheduled to release on the 3rd of April. The makers of Dhurandhar, featuring Ranveer Singh in the lead, unveiled posters for the sequel of the blockbuster movie. Trailer of action film Dhurandhar 2 has also been released on Tuesday. Directed by Aditya Dhar, the sequel is slated for a worldwide theatrical release on the 19th of March. Reliance Jio Studios have acquired a 50.1% stake in Oscar-winning Sikya Entertainment for 150 crore Indian rupees, aiming to co-create films and series for Indian and global audiences. Mumbai police have traced the origin of the scooter used by the assailants who fired at Indian filmmaker Rohit Shetty's residence. Border 2 held strong on Monday, grossing 300 crore rupees. Collections are expected to pick up on Tuesday, aided by discounted ticket rates. Mardani 3 featuring Rani Mukherjee in the lead held decently at the box office on Monday. The film has netted 19 crore rupees in its first 4 days, continuing its steady run. Sports now, and Sri Lanka have named a 15-member squad for the upcoming ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Sri Lanka dropped Test captain Dhananjay De Silva from their squad led by Dasun Chanaka. Seam bowler Ishan Malinga has been named in the team despite suffering a shoulder injury. Australia pace spearhead Pat Cummins has said that his injury-forced withdrawal from the T20 World Cup was also driven by a desire to be completely fit for the upcoming Test season, in which he wants to play all the games. India beat the United States of America by 38 runs in the ICC T20 World Cup warm-up match on Monday. A confident and all-round Indian side, unbeaten so far, will face Afghanistan in the second semi-final of the ICC Under-19 World Cup in Harare on Wednesday. India will have an edge over the Afghans in the knockout game, with all eyes on a spot in the final to be played against the winner of the first semi-final between Australia and England. Delhi Capitals and Gujarat Giants will lock horns in a high-stakes Women's Premier League eliminator for a place in the final on Tuesday. Australian Open champion Carlos Alcaraz has withdrawn from the Rotterdam Open beginning next week. Alcaraz strengthened his position as the top of the ATP rankings released on Monday after his title-winning run at the Australian Open. Meanwhile, 38-year-old Novak Djokovic, who faced his first ever defeat in an Australian Open final, replaced Alexander Zverev in third place in the rankings. Indian women's team will begin their title defence at the Badminton Asia Team Championships in China without PV Sindhu, who's withdrawn from the tournament due to a niggle. New Delhi is all set to become the centre of Asian shooting as the Asian Rifle and Pistol Shooting Championships 2026 is set to kick off at the Dr. Karni Singh Shooting Range from Wednesday. India will host next year's Asian Rifle and Pistol Championship in Delhi, where 8 spots for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics will be up for grabs. French icon Karim Benzema swapped one Saudi club for another on Monday when joining Al Hilal from rival Al Ittihad, a move which could be bad news for Cristiano Ronaldo. And the US alpine ski great Lindsey Vonn is set to compete in her 5th Winter Olympics at the age of 41, despite being taken to hospital with checks last Friday after a crash at the World Cup downhill. And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of Express News. For all the latest, keep watching DD India.